Now on 13 on your side, local reaction pouring in after the DH's announcement for non-essential travel continuing at the border after nearly 2 years of being put on hold. Plus, the crisis at the border continues. Human sector agents finding 2 abandoned little girls lost and alone, a troubling trend now becoming all too common. And multiple mobile homes going up in flames in a Yuma neighborhood. Details on the damages and what officials say caused the fire to grow. 13 on your side starts right now. Good evening. Thank you so much for choosing to be with us tonight. I'm Scott Gross. The borders are about to finally reopen for non-essential travelers. That is, for those who can show proof of vaccination. The Biden administration made the official announcement, including both the Mexican and Canadian borders for travel by car. Now, local border towns are preparing to start letting people cross the border from Mexico and Canada very soon. It's been about 19 months since the borders closed down, all in efforts to stop the spread of COVID-19. The borders will reopen in November, meaning just a few weeks. You'll be able to cross over if you're vaccinated. San Luis Mayor Gerardo Sanchez has been in talks with Senator Mark Kelly and the top White House officials for months now, urging them to reopen the border.
We're really going to see and notice a big impact in regards to not only to our local economy, but also to our regional economy. And talking about Yuma, Somerton, there's a lot of people that want to visit, come and visit family members because they couldn't visit because they were considered non-essential.
The taxis near the port are just one of several industries hit hard during the closure. Most drivers are excited for the news since the majority of clients come from Mexico. For non-essential travelers crossing, they'll definitely need their vaccination card handy. Mayor Sanchez says prior to the pandemic, 70% of sales tax revenue came from people crossing over to shop and travel. And Arizona Senator Mark Kelly is speaking out on the reopening of border travel. He released a statement in which reads, quote, "It's about time Washington listened to Arizonans. Arizona will once again be able to welcome customers and tourists who come through ports of entry to visit our state." Earlier this year, the Department of Homeland Security received a bipartisan letter from Kelly and other senators wanting a plan to return to normal travel options. The Biden administration have also received letters from Arizona leaders about the negative impact local economies have suffered due to strict travel restrictions. Senator Kelly has been in talks with Arizona officials to ensure they get the support needed for their communities and economies. And even Mexican President Andrés Manuel López Obrador welcomed the news.
We're going to have normality at our northern border. Mexico has made many efforts and procedures with the United States government. There have been many meetings with the goal of achieving the reopening of the border, and at the same time we decided to vaccinate in the border areas to help bring about this agreement.
We're continuing our team coverage over in Imperial County, where our very own Vince Ibarra has more on how the border reopening will affect businesses in Calexico.
I'm in downtown Calexico, where I spoke to several businesses in the area, as well as the city manager, and they all say that they're ready for the borders to reopen. Asmar Badawi, a Calexico business owner for the last 25 years, says that the last 19 months have been a real struggle.
Business been almost slow to nothing. This last 2 months we started doing some business, but last year was absolutely nothing.
Losing 50% of his revenue since the border shut down for non-essential travelers last year, he's now hopeful his business will bounce back.
We miss the customer and public relationship, to be normal life.
Calexico City Manager Miguel Figueroa says the reopening benefits more than just the city of Calexico.
I think this is going to be a domino effect for every city in our region, not only the Valley, because I'm a firm believer that the cities north of Calexico, our brother cities, have also been affected.
Figueroa says he's excited for revenue to pick up in Calexico and for new development.
Development in our city stalled, and I'm referring to commercial development.
He says developers have been cautious to start construction and new business because of the closed borders. But now the city hopes to get the ball rolling for new opportunity. And I also spoke with Calexico's Mayor Javier Moreno, who wants businesses in the area to know that help is on the way. He says that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Reporting from downtown Calexico, I'm Vince Ibarra.
And this brings us to our topic of the day. Do you think America's borders should have been open to travelers earlier? 52% of you said yes, while 48% of you said no. Thank you to everybody who participated in our poll. Early this afternoon, Yuma Sector Border Patrol agents found two young migrant sisters wandering in the marshy area south of Morelos Dam, which is an often used crossing point by unaccompanied migrant children. Agents working in the area spotted the 6-year-old and 4-year-old girls alone. The Yuma Sector agent, concerned about their safety, quickly approached the young girls and escorted them to safer terrain. The girls were carrying a note with contact information for their TIA. The girls were taken into custody and attempts will be made to reunite them with family. Another rescue was made by agents in Calexico in the All-American Canal. Two migrants from Mexico were found after nearly drowning. Agents were alerted after the men triggered their surveillance cameras. They responded and pulled them to safety. Now to an update on the breaking news we brought to you at 6 o'clock. Out of the Yuma foothills, at least 5 mobile homes were damaged by fire. 3 are considered a total loss. An eyewitness tells us at least 1 propane tank blew up. This is just off Frontage Road near Fortuna Boulevard. No word yet on the cause of the fire. Thankfully, no injuries to report. Stay with KYMA.com for more developments. And U.S. Border Patrol agents seized over 50 pounds of fentanyl at a checkpoint near Amado, Arizona. A canine team was alerted by imaging technology that scanned a female U.S. citizen's truck. Agents discovered a hidden compartment within the truck's bed that contained multiple packages. The pills in the packages tested positive for fentanyl. The woman was arrested and will be facing prosecution. Time now for a look at our weather. Let's take a look outside. This is the RV World Yuma Sky Cam. We have a very nice, cool, calm evening out there. We're currently at 66 degrees outside, 62 degrees currently in El Centro. We have clear skies. We have a light breeze out there. That is 4th Avenue South. It is pretty lazy out there for now. A nice cool evening. You can sleep with the windows open tonight and have a good night's rest. Hey, coming up in your first alert forecast, we'll look at a gradual warm up that we have. Gusty winds will return. Yeah, we've been calm today. That's all going to change here very, very shortly. And hey, we're all working for the weekend. I'll give you a weekend forecast in just a little bit. While the American Red Cross is used to helping people in need, they are now in some need of their own. Luis Lopez has more on the need for blood donations.
The Southern Arizona chapter of the American Red Cross is in need of blood donations, with the organization saying it's at a 6-year low for this time of year. A blood shortage has hit our area. The Red Cross says it's due to low donor turnout, with about 10% less people giving blood. The Red Cross believes that both the pandemic and a return to in-person schooling and work has led to less donors. Typically, the Red Cross has a 5-day supply of blood, but lately, it's been working with just a 1 to 2 day supply. Red Cross Executive Director Courtney Sloniker says there's plenty of people who need that blood.
Different patients that need blood. You see car accidents, traumas. They might need a number of units just to survive. You have cancer patients that are relying on platelets. And then you have different people that have maybe different blood diseases and they require, ongoing transfusions. So you never know if it's going to be, one of your loved ones, a family member, or someone you know closely that might need that blood product.
The issue is also affecting local hospitals. Ryan Swap, the laboratory medical director at Yuma Regional Medical Center, says the low supply limits what patients are able to receive what they need.
It's always concerning because we can only give out what we take in. And if we don't have platelets, for example, then we just have to really limit who we can give platelets to. And it becomes a real problem for the clinicians who are trying to take care of their patients.
With the supply as low as it is, Sloniker is stressing the fact that every single donation is vital.
So when people give generously of their blood and roll up that sleeve and take a little pinch, you can guarantee that you're going to be saving someone's life.
The Red Cross says to make up for the shortage nationwide, they need to collect 10,000 blood products each week. Reporting from Yuma, I'm Luis Lopez, 13 on your side.
And you can, of course, make an appointment to donate with the Red Cross, but you're also in luck because there are also several blood drives already happening in Yuma this week. Tomorrow, the nonprofit Vitalant will be at Yuma Regional Medical Center from 9 to 1, and on Friday from 8 to 1 at St. John Newman Catholic Church. Yuma Senior Living will also host one on Friday from 9 to 2:30, and then finally Saturday at the Elks Lodge on 32nd Street from 7:30 to 11:30. A lot of opportunities to save life. Coming up, a 13 on Your Side exclusive.
For us, it's been hard. It's a lot of guys went on unemployment, and the benefits were, such that you didn't have to really go to work anywhere, and you were making probably the same amount.
The objective for us is to prepare students, give them the tools so they can go out in the workforce and have a better chance of acquiring a job.
Straight ahead, a 13 on Your Side exclusive as we take a look at the impacts of unemployment in Imperial County and the programs available to help the unemployed get back into the workforce.
She was a callous, negligent property manager.
The place was uninhabitable to live in.
It was infested with mice and roaches.
Yes, sir.
Hot bench.
Subway has so much new. I ran out of time in the last ad.
I'll take it from here. Sorry, Steph. Spokesperson refresh.
Wait, what?
Subway just upped their bread game with the help of some world-class bakers. Looking at you, Nance.
Got to refresh to be fresh.
How many people are in this ad?
That means freshly baked, new artisan Italian, and hearty multigrain. That would go good with. Seriously? I didn't even get to finish. See you next commercial.
Ashley Home Store's lowest prices of the season are here. We're rolling out our lowest prices of the season on items throughout the store and online. Right now, shop beds up to 40% off and sofas starting as low as $2.99. Or buy today and pay 0% interest for 72 months with no minimum purchase. You can't afford to miss the lowest prices of the season going on now. Hurry in or visit AshleyHomestore.com to shop and save today. Only at America's #1 furniture and mattress store, Ashley Home Store.
Boost and Cricket charge more for unlimited 5G. Metro doesn't. Introducing the big 5G upgrade. Just $25 a month gets you unlimited 5G and a free 5G smartphone. That's half the price for one line of unlimited 5G smartphone data. Plus a free Samsung Galaxy 5G when you switch and trade in. All with the power of the T-Mobile 5G network. Rule your day with 5G. Only at Metro.
Names chiseled into a block of stone, dates added for perspective, the words "End of Watch" shouting from the plaque. The symbol represented by these letters and numbers on this special memorial teach us that those who gave their lives protecting our communities can live on, reflected in our good actions as we remember them and their ultimate sacrifices. Tonight, when we gaze at these symbols of lives lost, of families torn apart, of departments and agencies hurt, we must remember them. May this Peace Officers Memorial Service give us peace and raise the hope that no further letters and numbers will need be etched into this stone.
Witness a new generation of superstars take flight.
Well, I put a lot of work into my game. Now I know I'm ready for this moment.
With the first pick in the NBA Draft.
The NBA Draft, live Thursday on ABC.
13 on Your Side starts now.
Welcome back. I'm Scott Gross. New tonight, a CBS 13 exclusive, a look at the impacts unemployment had on businesses in Imperial County. Now, Mercedes Martinez brings you the struggles of those trying to get back on their feet and the opportunities available for unemployed job seekers.
The pandemic hit us hard in every way, including financially. Fortunately, financial assistance became available, helping many locals. But as extra federal funds come to an end, the job market is still trying to bounce back. New employers are struggling to find new employees, and those unemployed are finding it hard to get back to work.
For us, it's been hard. It's a lot of guys went on unemployment, and the benefits were, such that you didn't have to really go to work anywhere, and you were making probably the same amount.
It's been a situation that has hit us hard, just like any other business. We have definitely struggled a lot.
Ferdinando owned 3 De Poli restaurants in Imperial County, 2 in Calexico and 1 in El Centro. After not having enough staff to keep business going, he had to close shop in Calexico, leaving only the De Poli restaurant in El Centro open.
Imperial County had the highest unemployment rate in August 2021.
According to Imperial County labor market consultant Joseph Allen, Imperial County ranked 58th out of 58 counties in California with the highest unemployment rate at 19.4%. Imperial County isn't a stranger to these high numbers, but the pandemic made things worse. Farm, professional, and business services and leisure and hospitality industries have the highest worker shortage.
I work mostly in the field, and with COVID-19 happening, many of the jobs have stopped. I also believe there is a lot of people not willing to work due to the fear of contracting COVID-19. It was much easier to pay rent with the help that we were getting before. Since we hadn't worked much at all, the unemployment benefits were low. But with the extra help, it was more beneficial for us. We were not having to struggle to pay rent, nor buy food. And now, without it, with what they now give us, it's just not enough.
San Diego State Imperial Valley Campus and the County of Imperial work together with a mission to help students enter the workforce with the teachings of job search and basic computer skills.
Basic computer skills course with job readiness, and the objective for us is to prepare students, give them the tools so they can go out in the workforce and have a better chance of acquiring a job. Another instructor prepares them, to get their professional portfolio, their cover letter, their resume, and also do online job searches.
We do use Indeed, LinkedIn, and other platforms. Many of them already have accounts.
Acquiring these skills go a long way in the workforce, and one employer reminds us of one of the most common skill sets.
Have a little bit of people skills to talk to people. Sometimes you think, well, that'd be a given, but a lot of people get shy and they have to interact with people they don't know.
At Air Conditioning Guys in El Centro, AC technicians and installers are in high demand.
So a service, people can learn that in a few months. We do our best to train guys that join us as to how we do the process and how we like to see things done, so that we can identify if there are issues.
Necesitamos lavaplatos, cocineros, preparadores.
We need dishwashers, cooks, food preps, all the positions. Bartenders, hostess, waiters, waitresses.
From technicians to restaurants and retail positions, the list goes on for needed staff in Imperial County. You can use a search engine to land your next job, but something as simple as walking up to an employer can also go a long way. Reporting for 13 on Your Side, I'm Mercedes Martinez.
It is cool and calm outside right now, but gusty winds will return to the area. I'll let you know when, straight ahead in your first alert forecast.
Your dream adventure vehicle is waiting during Quichan Casino Resort's $75,000 off-road giveaway. Earn entries every day from October 1st to the 23rd for your chance to win a 2021 Polaris or Can-Am. Then join us Saturdays, October 9th and 23rd for hourly drawings from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. 11 winners each drawing day will have the opportunity to take home cash or a 2021 off-road vehicle. So much, so close. Quichan Casino Resort.
Introducing the Cool Turtle, the ultra-comfortable mask enhancer that creates a protective, cool, and breathable space between your mask and your face. Simply slide under any mask or gaiter and immediately feel the refreshing pocket of air surrounding your face. Cool Turtle's ergonomically designed, soft, comfortable shell immediately reduces mask friction, allowing you to breathe and talk in a comfortable environment.
I can actually breathe. With the Cool Turtle, no more sweating.
It's like I don't even
even have a mask on.
Call now and get not one, not two, but 3 cool turtles for just $10. Order now and we'll send you 2 more cool turtles free. No fees, absolutely free. Plus, you can get a 10-pack of 4-ply face masks. Just pay a separate fee. This offer is not available on Amazon. Get the real cool turtle now.
Call 1-800-270-1219. That's 1-800-270-1219. Or visit getcoolturtle.com. Order now.
Addiction doesn't have to chip apart your family and destroy your life. Before you lose your job, your family, your life, call Crossroads Mission for a free addiction assessment. Crossroads Mission has multiple services to stabilize family members and help piece your lives back together. Beating addiction starts with a desire to change. You can become the person you are destined to be. For advice, help, or hope, call 928-328-8082.
Breaking news first. Extreme weather first. Border issues first. Agriculture first. Exclusive stories first. If it affects you, your family, your wallet, or your health.
13 on your side. First at 4.
Join Mercedes Martinez. 13 on your side. It's all first at 4 p.m.
Welcome to 13 on your side.
A very good Wednesday evening to all of you across the desert Southwest. We're still holding at 66 degrees in Yuma, 62 degrees in El Centro. We have clear skies and a light breeze out there. It's very nice out there. Let's take a look outside on the RV World Yuma Skycam. There is downtown 4th Avenue South here. A little hustle and bustle still out there just after about 10 o'clock we are right now. Again, calm and clear. How much longer will this last? I'll let you know in just a little bit. Let's take a look outside, shall we? At the satellite and radar, we'll show you what we have going on in the area. Still clear, and we will remain clear as we get into tonight and in tomorrow as well. Here's your futurecast for Thursday. Still have this upper level low pressure system coming into the area, bringing some rain, some possible snow into the higher elevation area. Still wet. That is remnants from Tropical Storm Pamela that started down here in the Baja Peninsula, but has exited to the east. I'm jumping ahead and taking a look at what we have as far as our satellite and radar throughout the country right now. Again, you can see some heavy rain through the eastern portion of Texas. We still have some snow in the areas of Idaho and northern Utah right now. Also, we're seeing some of that up in Montana, and the Dakotas also getting some rain there as well. We're dry where we are, and we will remain that way as we get into the weekend. More on that in just a little bit. Here's our future wind slide. Again, single digits into tomorrow morning, into tomorrow afternoon. We may see a little gust here and there, reaching about 10 or 15 miles per hour, but for the most part, another very light day as far as wind is concerned. Look at our air quality index brought to us by the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District. A moderate, we've got a mixed bag, 3 moderate readings, 3 good readings throughout the area, but a lot better than it was a couple of days ago. Current temperatures look like this. We'll start in the Imperial Valley. We're at 62 degrees in Imperial, 59 now in El Centro, 62 in Holtville, 63 in Palo Verde, and across the county and state line. We'll skip on over into Arizona. This is Yuma County and the Gila Valley. 65 now in Yuma, 65 in the foothills, 62 in San Luis, and 61 in Somerton. A real quick look at your Metrocast. We'll be clear tonight, midnight 62 degrees. When you wake up tomorrow morning to start your Thursday, 55 and clear. Sun will rise around 6:40 tomorrow morning, and at noon we'll be at 79 degrees. Take a look at your 7-day forecast. It's not too bad. Take a look at this. Beautiful and 82 tomorrow. A slow, gradual warm-up will start as we get into the weekend. Our average for this time of year is 91 degrees. We might reach that by Sunday. Same can be said for the Imperial Valley. Take a look at this. Mild day, 84, and then we'll gradually warm up to our normal, our average, coming on Sunday. But for the most part, pretty breezy, pretty good, pretty sunny. Next on 13 on your side, the Phoenix Mercury look to tie up the WNBA series against Chicago. Find out if they got it done on their home court. Straight ahead in sports.
Dear night owls, when darkness falls, our stunning style takes flight as we soar over city streets. And our fuel economy is ever so wise. This ride's a hoot. Trust us, Toyota sedans.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan.
Visit your local Toyota dealer today. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
It's time for a talk. If you're 45 or older, you need to get yourself screened for colon cancer. This disease can be very treatable when caught early, so the sooner you know what's up with your health, the better. The good news is that there's options for getting screened that are easier than you think. Get informed. Hey, we're all busy and we think, when would we fit it in? Well, make the time. It just might mean more time with your family down the road. If you're a man or a woman, 45 or older, I'm talking to you. I've lost good friends, young friends, to colon cancer. Don't make the mistake of waiting until you have symptoms or think that you have no risk because it doesn't run in your family. Everybody needs to be screened. So, take control. Get screened for colon cancer, 45 or older. Learn how. StandUpToCancer.org/colon cancer.
The new Miracle Blade World Class 2012 Professional Series is the best set of knives you'll ever own. The spectacular World Class 2012 Series, over a $300 value for just $39.95. But we're just getting started. We'll send you a complete second set of Miracle Blades for free. That's right, another entire set, a $300 value for free. Just pay shipping and processing. And we're still not done. If you're one of the first 500 callers, we'll send you 2 additional Miracle Blade World Class Slicers. That's an additional $80 value, totally free. Miracle Blade World Class is also guaranteed for life. We'll replace any damaged knife at any time for any reason for free forever. Over $600 worth of knives for just one payment of $39.95. Don't miss this opportunity. Call right now or just log on to miracleblade.com.
The Phoenix Mercury are in the WNBA Finals for the first time since 2014. Now, what's interesting is the Suns and Mercury became the first NBA and WNBA teams from the same city to reach the finals in the same calendar year since the Los Angeles Lakers and the Los Angeles Sparks did it back in 2002. Now, for the Mercury, it's their 5th appearance in the finals, and they're looking to join the Minnesota Lynx, the Houston Comets, and the Seattle Storm in winning their 4th career championship. The Mercury enter as the finals. They're the number 5 seed, but they have home court advantage over the 6th-seeded Chicago Sky. The Sky making their 2nd finals appearance in franchise history and in search of their 1st championship. To the Footprint Center in Phoenix, and we're in overtime. Game 2, Chicago ahead in the series 1-0. Game tied 79-79. Diana Taurasi makes a 29-foot three-pointer, draws the foul, gets the extra shot. Mercury up 86-84, Mercury in overtime. It's Azura Stevens making the layup off an assist for Courtney Vandersloot to tie the game at 86. Game tied. Brittany Griner blocks Kalia Copper's 4-foot driving layup attempt. Game still tied. Diana Taurasi makes a 25-foot three-pointer to regain the lead. Mercury up by 3. Skylar Digging Smith dodges defenders, makes a diving layup. Mercury lead 91-86. Courtney Vandersloot misses a three-point attempt, and the Mercury secure the win and tie the series at a game apiece. Final score at 91-86 in overtime. Game 3 is in Chicago on Friday night. Today, the Las Vegas Raiders held their first full practice under new interim head coach Rich Bisaccia. Bisaccia is taking over for John Gruden, who resigned as head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders following reports that emails that he wrote over a 10-year period included racist, misogynistic, and anti-gay language. Today, Bisaccia met with the media, followed by reaction from Raiders stars Derek Carr and Darren Waller.
Coach Gruden gave me a chance to coach in the National Football League. I'll always be appreciative of that. That being said, we all have a responsibility here and have to be held to be accountable to our words and our actions. No one person is bigger than the Raider shield.
It's hard because I love the man so much. You know what I mean? Like, I have family members that have done things. I've done things that I'm glad that I'm still loved, you know. And I think more than anything, Coach needs people to help him, to love him, but at the same time, what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong.
And I understand that what he said was, inexcusable. But at the same time, like, where do we offer grace for him to learn and grow, and then be able to be in the circle that he was with those people that he was emailing with, and be able to say, that's not right.
To college volleyball, we take you to the house at AWC for tonight's conference matchup as former YC Shamrock Rory Martinez and the Lady Mats play host to Eastern Arizona. First set tied at 5. Annie Montano delivers a bullet of a serve, which turns into an instant ace, giving A-Dub the early lead in the set. Now the Gila Monsters then return Montano's serve coming up, but Naomi Berhez comes up with the dig, and then it comes right back to her. Berhez hammers her kill shot through the Eastern defense. Lady Mats up by 2. Now a few plays later, A-Dub on the set. El Centro native Alessandra Arellano sets for Patrizia Rikawa. And Rikawa, whose volley turns into a kill. Lady Mats back up by a point. Now the very next play, Natalia Shlazrinska. Shlazrinska sets for Pamela Durazo, who puts down a pretty dropped volley, extending A-Dub's lead back to 2. Lady Mats would finish out the first set and wind up winning this one in 4 to stay atop the region in the standings. Again, they win tonight by a score of 3-1 over Eastern Arizona. The Major League Baseball playoffs take a day off today. Tomorrow it's a do-or-die Game 5 between the Dodgers and the Giants, the winner advancing to the National League Championship Series against the Atlanta Braves. In soccer, in a World Cup qualifier, Team USA defeated Costa Rica 2-1. Mexico defeated El Salvador 2-0. Country music singer Gary Allan is coming to town, and find out how you can give a friend or family member who's battling breast cancer the VIP treatment. Straight ahead.
The Yuma County Fair Fall Fest is opening up with a bang, featuring the Gwynn Sisters, Weezerton, Outlaw Mariachi, and headliner, the 2021 American Idol winner, Chase Beckham. All starting October 15th.
Are you over the age of 50 and considering buying an annuity in the next 60 days? I have some important news for you. Don't buy an annuity until you understand the pros and cons of annuities. Call now for this free book on maximizing your income in retirement. Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers from leading financial firm J.D. Milberg. That's right, free. This book reveals little-known truths about annuities in simple-to-understand terms. Grab a pen right now, because we're about to offer you this free book that unlocks the 5 little-known truths we believe baby boomers and seniors should know before buying an annuity. And it's free.
Call 800-268-4040.
As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report. We researched numerous products and summarized rates and benefits of annuities, all from Sentinel Security Life Insurance Company.
Call 800-268-4040. That's 800-268-4040.
Call now.
It's time to find your adventure with Girl Scouts and Spirit Untamed. Wow.
Sign me up. Let's go, girl.
Whether you've got courage to spare.
Jump! I just rode a horse.
Skills worth showing off.
We'll get your family back.
Or you just want to make new friends.
I'm gonna call you Spirit.
There's always a home for you at Girl Scouts, where every spirit is encouraged to shine.
Oh, do I have marshmallow on my face? It's in your heart to run free. It's in mine, too. Trust me.
Lucky! Girl Scouts, come be yourself with us.
Before we go tonight, 13 on your side and Bridget's Gift believe that families of those suffering from breast cancer deserve a little break. If you know anyone currently battling breast cancer who would enjoy a VIP experience at Bridget's Gift Pink Fest with Gary Allan, well, here's your chance to bring them a few extra smiles. Go to kyma.com and click on the Play tab and find the form to enter in 500 words or less. Share why you believe they deserve the Pink Fest VIP experience. Entries have to be submitted by October 15th. We are proud to sponsor the event. Let's take a real quick look at our 7-day forecast for you. It looks pretty good. We're going to have a slow warm-up. Gusty winds will return, though, on Friday and Saturday. We may reach our average, which is 91, by Sunday. Same can be said for the Imperial Valley. Mild tomorrow, 84, breezy on Friday. Very good weekend ahead. Again, we are in fall. Currently, it is feeling like that yesterday and today. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Scott Gross. Stay safe out there. Stephen Colbert is next.